someone is in heavy, heavy regret over the way things ended with you. They are thinking about it at night. It's weighing heavy on their heart. I feel like in the day they can distract themselves, but there's something about them really thinking about you at nighttime where they're just like, oh my God, what, like they're holding their head in their hands like, what did I do? They have this new perspective on not only what happened, but the connection that you two have or had. And they know they owe you an apology. I'm seeing yellow flowers as being significant and little like blue boughs, and also a bird crossing your path. That's who this reading is for. But I'm also seeing that your guides are saying to you in these cards here, they're saying what happened was necessary, because it's almost like it kind of needed to have that break when it did. One, so that you get the opportunity to heal and get better, but also two, so that they get an opportunity to check themselves and their behavior. There's a lot of earth energy around this, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I'm also seeing that them getting like pulled into some very heavy toxic behavior, like they have bad influences around them, and they may have even used that as an excuse at some point, or you may have said, but then it gets to the point where it's like, well, yeah, but you can't blame other people for your behavior. But it's still, it's like a pull on them to behave badly. It's like you needed an apology. You needed them to say something that never came. They was never ready to give that to you. And it's like if they said that to you, they would be admitting fault in some way. And they didn't want to admit fault. So they just didn't say what they needed to say. But they're regretting that now, like really badly. They've probably even said to you, look, I'll say this, I'll be honest in that way. And yeah, they regret not doing that when they had the opportunity to just fess up, just come clean, just talk straight and talk vulnerable and honestly. It feels almost that like there's this rivalry, this competition as well. Like two people are fighting for someone's attention. So either you and someone else was fighting for their attention, or they got into it with someone else fighting for your attention. Like there's this rivalry, this competition. And I feel like there's definitely another feminine energy involved. It was not good. It was not healthy. It was not good at all. And they feel bad about that, which shows me they do have a little bit of a conscience. There's a lot of jealousy around this. I was going to say anger. So maybe there's a bit of anger in this as well. Maybe there was arguments, raised voices. I feel like someone felt angry as well. Or someone feels angry about something that happened. But there's a lot of jealousy. And I guess when you get jealous, you can get angry because of that. So someone didn't like the attention that someone was getting. And not only that, but not just the attention, but I think liking the attention as well. There's almost like, we've got the death card coming up. There's like this compromise coming in, this change. I feel like there's a message coming in for you. There's definitely a text message. Yeah, look, the 6 of Wands. There's flowers, there's compromise, there's understanding, there's an apology. And I feel like there's a gift of some kind as well that you'll be receiving. So there's like this balanced act of them not only telling you that they've changed, but showing you as well, showing you how much you mean to them. It's interesting because from my cards, the messages that I'm getting is that there was someone involved, whether it was like a friend or a family member, that was being the middleman or the messy man, and like almost coming between you both. Like stirring the pot a little bit. I'm not sure if it was intentional. I think it was a little bit intentional, but I feel like someone got in the middle. You know, there's a saying, don't get involved in people's relationships really, because you can cause trouble in ways that you just shouldn't be involved with, because people have to work things out. And it could be that they was being pulled somewhere to behave a certain way, but then that person would come and tell you about it. So there was like, you know, like someone talking out both sides of their mouth, or someone playing both sides of the fence in this situation. So yeah, There's that energy. So they are coming in quite quick for you. And I feel like when they come in, there is the apology. Like we said, there is this offering. But what's interesting about this part of the reading is that you are questioning if you are settling with this person. You're questioning, is it the right thing that I'm doing by staying with them? Or should I let it go? And there's that energy around it as well. So you're like, I feel that you want to listen to them and you want to believe them, but also you don't want to kind of lose face about it, because, you know, a lot has happened really, and I think a lot has been said and people have got involved, and so now you don't want to lose face over it. I do have celebration with the Four of Wands. I do have the Ten of Pentacles, which is love, marriage, commitment. And I do have the Chariot, which talks about progression moving forward. So who this reading is for, there is definitely a lot of progressive energy around this. And this is what I mean. I feel like this person comes in with learned behavior, like they're learning to change. So how you get around this is when they get back in touch and when you're in communication, speak your truth. Stand in your authentic self. Say what you've got to say. Speak your truth. Say what you've got to say. Because that is the only thing standing. And I don't mean from an angry place. I don't mean from an accusatory place. Be very calm about it. Be very grounded about it. And really just speak your truth about how you think and feel around the situation. And not in a way to attack, but in a way that just expresses your feelings in a very vulnerable way, and say, this is what's happening and I can't do this anymore. This is how I'm feeling. There is an expression of truth that needs to happen. This person is dreaming about you a lot as well. A lot. You're just there. There's good dreams, bad dreams, mediocre dreams. You're just there in the dreams a lot for them. And I feel like this person is kind of wanting to spend a bit of time in solitude. Like they're not going out like they was. They've cut off some toxic people. They're really kind of shut everything down because this has affected them in a huge way. I feel like this time alone, this solitude time, is mainly because as well, they're not with you and they spent a lot of time with you. But what this has given them is the opportunity to work on themselves on a deeper level. It's given them the opportunity to do inner child work, inner healing. And then from that, this is one of the reasons why they end up coming back around, because they are doing some work and they are realizing that they are wrong and that they acted in a triggered way. There was a lot of confusion around this because you've got people getting in the middle. There's a few different energies in here. So people are getting in the middle of it. People are adding their bit. People are taking away their bit. People are getting you to look one way and them to look the other. And all these energies, they're just confusing and mixing the pot with the Five of Swords here. So those have to be taken out of the equation in order for you to even just find that kind of common ground. But I feel like they've done that a little bit, and I feel like you've done that a little bit as well. Like you're both realizing, you're both kind of moving along at the same pace. There's a lot of confusion right now around them because they want to come forward, but they don't know how to come forward. They're still angry, a little bit bitter, a little bit confused, a little bit upset. So there's a lot of emotions mixed with this, and they do want to come forward with you, but they don't know how. But please know that this time apart was actually very, very good for both of you and was necessary in order for the right work to be done. If this time apart never happened, the work that was needed to be done couldn't have got done the way it has. So sometimes things have to fall apart so that better things fall together. Someone thinks that they're right when they're not. So what is needed is a genuine, honest apology in an authentic way. And unless that happens, you can't move forward in the connection. But I see that it is going to happen. Guys, if you want to book a reading with me, go to wizardbritish.co.uk or the snip feed link in the bio. This is my only account. I will never DM you asking for a reading. Please be aware of fake copycat accounts, okay? So I love you. Stay blessed.